So we're down here in sunny Wellington, Florida, South Florida, at Lethal Performance's very first car show. We're going to give you guys a little walkthrough. It is very early. It's actually, I'm not even sure it's officially started yet, but there's still a ton of cars already here. Point out some of my favorites to you. Of course, we've got to have a Terminator. This is a car that actually got Lethal Performance started. Jared's Smurf car is actually inside. We may take a look at that a little bit later on, so look out for that on the channel. But check out this thing. Beautiful polished Kenny Bell on a screaming yellow Terminator. It's a fantastic looking car. Have to have some focus action in here. Heading down the line, we got an S550 next to S197 in yellow blaze. I had one of those. It was a great car. Kind of missed that one.
Mike, nice to meet you.
Got one twin Whirly Boys on a Coyote. That's a very nice setup. Some nice meaty tires on the back. Yeah. Great looking setup. F-bodies, because believe it or not, Lethal Performance can sell you anything for your Dodges, Camaros, other brands. Of course, they're primarily a Mustang shop. They even have classic Mustang parts. Brand new GT500.
He made me do some.
Beautiful car, of course. Check out this turbo setup on a Coyote. Going through a Holley manifold.
I live 2 hours from here.
Very serious setup. You gotta love SN95s, even Lincolns, which interestingly enough should have a 4.6 Texan block in it. 4-valve, of course. The car is still pulling in here. Got us another Terminator. Very nice Whipple setup with a Mishimoto tank. Actually, that might be Moroso, but good looking Terminator. We're going to sneak around the side here. Got another GT500 on here. Got a Fox Buddy coming in too. We'll sneak around the other side of this orange 2020 GT500. Of course, carbon fiber wheels, all the good stuff, all the good options. Beautiful car. Another turbo setup. I'm starting to see a theme here. A lot of turbo Coyotes here in South Florida. Of course, Lethal was famous for their deals on Whipple superchargers, so you're probably going to see quite a few of these as more of the hoods pop open.
30 years ago,
There's our first Century blower of the day.
535.
Paxton Novi on a classic Cobra 4-valve in SN95. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying out a new speaker or microphone setup. I have an Edelbrock supercharger on a Coyote. I like how he color matched all this stuff. It looks really good. Matched it to his stripes. Sort of basic bolt-on here on this S197. Of course, gotta have a Trinity GT500. Of course, with that nice 5.8 liter motor that's only available for 2 years. I actually have an engine block brand new in a box for one of these. I'll find something to put it in one of these days. Have a Roush blower on this one. Looks like to be it is a Roush car, so that would make sense. Another bolt-on Coyote. Beautiful Smurf blue. Yet another Whipple.
Nothing really I can do, right?
And this guy's running the enclosed airbox, so that's a nice setup. That's also available for Whipple. And speaking of Whipples, here's another Whipple. This is the old Ford Racing Whipple on this GT500. Great looking car, of course.
It's pretty much hands-on.
Another Roush blower. Another basic bolt-on. Check this out. I think this is our first push rod of the day, and of course it has twin turbos on it and all the fuel. It's like Edelbrock fuel rails, some Weldon fuel parts in there. Can't really make out which shed is an Edelbrock single plane manifold. This thing should move out pretty good. And as evidenced by the tire set up on it. Yet another push rod and a Fox. And another GT500. This guy takes his snakes seriously. I like the matte finish on the carbon fiber JLT. It looks good. GT350. And we got a few Corvettes, followed up by a 3rd Gen F body and a Ranger with some massively sticky outy tires on it. F-150. Lethal has everything you can want for your F-150s as well. This thing actually has my favorite tires on it, Nitto Ridge Grapplers. I have those on my Super Duty. Spinning back around here, Can Palm Beach Dynos GT500. Got all the good Anderson composite stuff on that. We'll actually take a little closer look at that car a little bit later on. Another GT500 from those guys. Explorer ST, those things are getting more and more popular and can make stupid power. This is Lethal's brand new GT500. They just got a few weeks ago after Jared got super old waiting for it. But we'll cover that one a little bit more extensively later on too. Christie's car, if you guys have ever talked to her at Lethal. And of course another Terminator. You guys, Terminators are a huge deal for Lethal. That's the car that really built this company. Can't really stress that enough. I really like this turbo setup on this Coyote.
Thank you.
With a lot of Holley parts in there. Holley's really getting into the Coyote game, and we're probably going to cover some more of their stuff in the future. I really like this air-to-water intercooler setup that this guy's running. And check out this trick flow manifold. You don't see a ton of these things anymore on push rods. With, of course, turbo. Turbo seems to be the theme of the day. Turbo and Whipple. So we got a Whippled Coyote in this super clean Fox body. This thing looks really nice. Like how he color matched his coil covers and the little Whipple logos on the blower. That looks really nice. Have another Camaro with ProCharger, or no, sorry, Corvette with a ProCharger on it. All these Chevys run together. But man, that thing is crammed in there. Another S550, another Explorer ST. Very highly modded S550 here with Whipple visible through the hood. And we're going to round it up with a Roush and another F-150. And they also have some sponsors here today. We have WBA Performance, it looks like. And we'll walk down to see what everybody's got going on here in sort of the sponsor areas. These guys got some food. Got some guys from UPR here. Stainless Works is representing some of their parts. Cool to see a cutaway muffler so you guys can see what's going on inside Stainless Works muffler. And of course McLeod clutches. The McLeod that we installed on our S197 years ago, got that through Lethal. McLeod of course makes fantastic parts. And then Lethal has their setup where they can hook you guys up with all that fantastic Lethal swag you know you want.
Yeah, that's the guy they let through. Literally, me and Blake started.
Of course, we've got Rare Fab and Palm Beach Dyno looks like they're setting up over here as well. And the puppy's dragging someone. But that's it, guys. This is sort of the early walkthrough. I expect you'll see more and more cars rolling in. This thing has barely started. I'm surprised. We got here about an hour earlier and it was already half full. So you're going to see more and more of that throughout the day. Check out the beautiful pearl color on this Explorer ST. It looks great besides the bug guts in the Florida sun down here. And of course my favorite, just plain white, work truck white as I like to call it, on GT500. This thing just looks nasty with all the black accents and everything. But I think that's where we're going to cut this one off, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on the channel. Okay, it's got a little bit later in the day. More cars are rolling in. The toy basket we're taking up donations for is filling up a little bit more. I thought we could go around and look at some more cars that's pulled in. So this whole side now is filled up and it goes down even further that way. Check out S550 with a VMP blower on it. We know that thing puts out some power. Go on down the line here. Cooper tires with the white walls. On Grabber Blue 5.0. Another GT500. Check this out. Gen 2 Lightning. Only one I've seen here so far. Still running the stock blower. JLT intake. Might have to get mine out one of these days. Got an old style C10 Chevy. Check this out. Big block under hood. Another GT500. Corvette with small block. More S550s. Hellcat pulling in. Look like Hyundai leaving. Quite a few cars here. We got a classic Mustang with some Shelby garb on it. 70s style. So it used to be these were considered the huge Mustangs until S550 showed up. And now, check out the size difference.
We're in your way.
Oh, it's okay.
When I'm all done, grown up.
Check out the size difference
I'm
now.
all grown up.
70s aren't as big as they used to be. Check this out. White Terminator. My absolute favorite color on these, Oxford white, or work truck white as I like to call it. With a polished early style Whipple. And check this out. Billet flow throttle body, Terminator engraved on it. A lot of classic mods on this car.
Gear vendors. Yeah, gear vendors.
Really nice Fox body with one of my favorite front ends, 4-ride front end. Seeing a trend here, a lot of 2020 GT500s down here in South Florida, and another Terminator. This one with a mammoth polished Kenny Bale. Great looking as always. Mildly modded S550 and highly modded S550. Have a Viper over here with the hood up. I'll go over and show you guys in case you've never seen them. Might not be terribly interested on this channel, but we'll take a look anyways. 8.4 liter V10. These things are wicked in a boat, by the way. There's a company that marinizes those. Another Fox body over here. A couple Buicks as well. Wasn't exactly expecting to see a Grand National at the Lethal Performance show, but here we go. Yet another white 2020 GT500, great looking car. Another Hellcat. And I'm surprised they go all the way down here to the end.
Only just started. It's a Benz.
A little bit of everything here today. Z01 Camaro. Parked up to another S550. And they shoved some GT350s in the corner with a Hellcat. But it's still filling in. See, we've got a nuclear green, what would you call that, like fallout radiation green? Chernobyl green, let's go with Chernobyl green. Mercedes rolling through. Interesting color for that wrap. But still filling in over here. So we might pick it up a little bit later on, but man, for a first year turnout, Lethal Performance is really knocking this one out of the park. Really good turnout. And of course you have Chick-fil-A way up in the corner. So I'm sure that's got a few people coming out.